everyone, my name is Sarah and you are watching Kakokoto, where today we are going to check in with my one book July and how my setup changed. First of all, there's been an addition to my setup. I've added this little pencil pouch by Sonex, and like ever since the first time that I got this, I filled this with my twin tone markers. This is the pastel set by Tombow. There are 12 pastel colors and they have two tip sizes. I'm going to show you this one. There's this broad tip and the other side has a very fine tip. If I remember correctly, this fine tip is like a 0.3 and the other is more like 1 millimeter. And what I added before I started One Book July was 2 more of these Pitt Artist pens. This is the one that made it into my carry case. This is the brush pen. This is the brush tip, so it is a little bit flexible. And I don't know why there's some white fuzz on there. And it's in the color Light Indigo 220, which means that it almost looks like a gray next to a black. So this I keep with my book, and inside my small drawer pouch I changed up a little bit. I've got some clips by Tools to Live By. These are the golden wire clips in a set of 12. I got rid of something that was in here. I got rid of the second brush pen. Previously I carried the small, the thicker and the flat brush pen, but now I got rid of the thicker brush pen. I'm thinking about getting rid of the water brushes at all because I don't use them at the moment. And then I put my Hobonichi multi-pen. It's the 3-barrel pen of 2018. I put it in here because now there was more space on this side. And I don't think I added anything in here. I just added one of the Hobonichi Weeks pencil boards. This is the 2018 version. Of course it's already a little bit bent because I store it in here, and as you can see, this back bit, it's very much rounded. But to be honest, I'm quite happy with the setup now that I carry these colored markers with me as well. I don't miss anything, to be honest. I don't miss my Sarasa pens or my mild liners or even the Tombows. I sometimes miss the Tombows for watercoloring, but it's not like they are gone. I would just have to go to my desk and pick them up, but most of the time I do my journaling in the evenings on our in our living room. And this you've already seen. Still got nothing on these 2 intro pages. I put a little page flag up here. I thought a book dart would have been enough, but it turned out that I needed the page flag. And what I noticed while trying to use only this as my planner as well, is that I really need something like a future log. I have not set it up yet, but I really need it because I realized that I started to get anxious about my plans for August and September, and I don't know, just the next half of the year. So I need to set up a future log for that. I don't think I'm going to draw out whole calendars, but my partner was all like, okay, so if you use 2 pages a day, then you can fit 3 months in this book. You can already think about a replacement. And yeah, the blank pages just work really, really well for me. I'm going to flip through my first week for you pretty quickly. I started on the 29th of June because one of my viewers told me on Instagram, if you're so excited about using this, why don't you start now? And yeah, I just couldn't resist. We went to a stationery store in Cologne where I also got these wire clips that I showed you earlier in my small drawer pouch. And I used some washi tape leftovers and the Kita set that I have in my drawer pouch over here. This is also the day where I got 2 Faber-Castell Pit Artist brush pens. This is the light indigo that I showed you earlier. And it's very hard to see. There we are. It's very hard to see in this light. Sorry about that. Then on the 30th, the Sunday, I just did some journaling, 2 pages worth. And on the 1st of July, because I had started reading the bullet journal method on Saturday, I think, I tried out a little bit of bullet journaling. And I don't use dots, I use boxes, because for me, tasks are always boxes where you can check them off with check marks. Since I don't have any whiteout, I just cross out when I make a mistake. This is Tuesday, where I needed 2.5 pages. I got some happy mail in, and I also used some leftovers from BGM washi tape. Here I got another checkbox, and the rest is journaling. Half a page for the 3rd of July. And I think I've got another 3 pages for the 4th of July. And here I tried to get in the habit of doing the tasks for the next day on the evening when I do journaling. So I do my journaling for like the 3rd, on the evening of the 3rd, and then I write down my tasks for the 4th. This is the first time that I tried it out. Then I have a quote here. I think this is a quote that my mom posted on her stories. I just really liked it. And all these colors that I had it here, this is a little bit of lavender that I drew myself, is all the Tombow Mono Twin. And the gray over here is the 220 Light Indigo Pit Artist brush pen that I showed you earlier. I use pencil, I use fountain pen, and sometimes I use the multi-pen by Hobonichi. The 3rd is also the day that I cleared out my Irma cover, where my Hobonichi Weeks lives in, and I had this little piece of paper in there, and I used it for decorating this journal page. The 5th is where I got new piece of washi, this washi tape, and as you can see, I had quite a lot of journaling on that day, 3 pages worth of journaling. The Saturday, I also got more happy mail, more yarn to knit with in, and also more than a page worth of journaling. Sunday, I only had a little bit to write. And this is yesterday, where I went out on a walk with my dog. This was a rain cloud that like followed me around, but I did not get wet, fortunately. I printed it out with my HP Sprocket, just like that. To be honest, I'm not really happy with the colors. I don't know what the printer does with colors, but it looks a little bit strange, to be honest. And then I did some tasks. I only wrote these afterwards, after I had already done them. And this is today, where I tried again doing the task first, and now I have some space for journaling. On average, I use, as I said before, 2 pages a day. I really enjoy this book, although I don't carry it with me just yet. I still need the future log because I get really, really anxious. I don't know why. It's just the way it is. But this works for me. I don't know why. I don't know how. I don't know what I'll be doing with my Hobonichi Techo now, or how the future will turn out. I'm just thinking about finishing this book, and I'll see what comes afterward. Oh yeah, I also got this little stick-on pouch. I got this in my last Tokyo Hands order, and I never had a place to stick it because all the Hobonichi books, they come with little pouches that you can stick on. This was €3 at Tokyo Hands, and I have little pieces of paper that used to be in my Hobonichi Weeks cover, and these little stars as well. They are by Midori, and they reflect quite a lot. I don't know whether I'll use them or how I use them. This is from packaging. This is the packaging of this washi tape, which I also recently got. I always try to use the outside as well. And this is all I got in here. Maybe it will change up next week as well. I'm not quite sure yet. I have a second blank notebook by MD, just in case. I wanted to try out this size as well, so maybe I'll use this one after that one. But to be honest, with my mindset right now, I'm not going to decide anything. I just like that this is working for me, and I really enjoy it, and looking forward to the next week. So if you have any questions, please comment down below. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.